Call with Mrs. Asma Mustafa. Mrs. Asma, so welcome to you here in our session.
Hello, Dr. Omar. It's nice to meet you one more time on radio
You are
to work with
welcome,
you
and
in
we are
radio.
real proud of you and proud of your participation during the last aggression and your sharing on your social media about what happened exactly for Palestinian people, not just in Gaza, also in Jerusalem and the outside of Sheikh Jarrah. Okay, so before we start, I guess that I hosted you before, Mrs. Asma, and the audience. They know about you more and more. Again, to the audience, that Asma Mustafa is a global teacher, and she worked at Ministry of Education. So again, welcome to you and your comment according to the digital content for the last aggression, Mrs. Asma.
Thank you
Your
very much.
opinion.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me to speak about my experience during the last Israeli attack on Gaza Strip. It was not new for the Palestinians. It was not new, and it was not the first time that we suffer from the aggressions from one time to another. The surprise during the last aggression was the content. How did the Palestinians share and write about the suffer? You see, um, for the media, for the social media platforms, the development of social media has given the people the opportunity to share about everything going around them and sharing this with their friends all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
We focus on the digital content. We focus on humanity, the attack, the Israeli attack of in humanity, the children, the women, the elderly, and this is the truth. This is what was happening exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Sharing these news, writing very well, and choosing, electing the words very accurately in English, and this is a very good point. Sharing in English, writing in English, and our friends from all over the world. This was, let me call this as a kind of treasure
Mm-hmm.
because this helped us, having these friends all over the world from other countries, from Europe, from Asia, from Australia, America, North and South America, so on. They used to share what was written on our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, the variety of the social media platforms helped us to share our message
Mm-hmm.
and to let the world know the truth. Sharing the variety of social media platforms and sharing them, all of them, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and so many others. The media, the individual persons like me and you,
Yes.
sharing on those social media help us to rise our trends.
Mm-hmm.
And here if we want to talk about the trends, this is a very, very big topic to discuss. But in general and in brief, the trends, the most important trends
Yes.
during the aggression on Gaza was the Palestinian supporters because of sharing so many posts, having the hashtag of Save Sheikh Jarrah and Save
Yes. Yeah.
Palestine, Save Gaza, and so on.
Yeah, yeah.
This,
So using
yeah,
using social media and content, right, written something related to social media networks and all platforms. So your recommendation for organizing this content and to make unity on this content. What's your recommendation?
yeah. Let me tell you something about the news spread last and during the last aggression on Gaza. They were all realism.
Mm-hmm.
There was a kind of realism, and there was honesty in sharing those news because we used to share with pictures and live videos, and this is not allowed to be fake at all. Look at the other side. The Israeli used to share fake news with fake pictures, with fake videos. and
Yes.
all of them are live. Uh, but in the Palestinians here, we used to share the truth, and we discuss our problems as a human, and the attack on humanity, the power of the word content, of
Mm-hmm.
the English word content. This is what
Yeah.
I recommend for the Palestinian media and people in general. The Palestinians in Europe also helped us in sharing our posts on Facebook. This is what excluded a kind of uh, great and huge demonstrations all over the world.
Yes.
The Palestinians in the United States, the Palestinians and the supporters of Palestine all over the world because of the power of words. So what I recommend is to focus on humanity because this is our real suffer with the Israeli, the Zionists in
Yes,
general.
this is indeed
Yeah,
the exact
yeah,
recommendation that we have to send it to decision makers and who are responsible for sharing them to the media. Indeed, your talking is very interesting. That and I we really need to complete but the time of the program, as you know. Really, thank you very much, Mrs. Asma, for your sharing and for your
you're welcome.
participation. And I hope that to see you here, inshallah, soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.